Big shout out to that guy. Big shout out to Omri Koresh. Hey, so what's up everyone? PFSolitude here. I am finally... This game has a bit of sentimental value to me because this is actually the very first game I ever did a Let's Play of on YouTube, way back in 2009 under a different name and under a channel that no longer exists.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of this first-person Let's Play of American McGee's Alice. Battle Royale. This stage isn't confusing, but God, it's hard. Yeah, we're off to a good start. And to think that I just started this level.
So yeah, this game has a bit of like personal value to me in that sense. I really love this game. This is American McGee's Alice, by the way, if you didn't read the title. But what we've done is we've updated it with the HD mod that I think came out in 2020, but then it had like another update in 2021. And apparently there's also like another like extra content pack that people are working on. I think it's called like Dream. I forgot the name like off the top of my head. It's something like Dream World or Dreams, or that's probably super wrong. But yeah, so anyway, let's get back into it. The first time I played this on YouTube, I also did it with like a first person type of thing where I played the whole game as if it was an FPS. Where I just went into the console and just edited the FOV, so it was all in first person. We're not going to do that this time. Let's just play through the game. Let's just enjoy it.
Wake up, Dormy. It's time for the tea party. Hush, be truthful.
I've got one. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Oh dear, oh dear.
We must save Alice.
Wake up, Alice, wake up!
Mom? Dad?
Alice.
Mom! Father?
I can't see!
Get out, Alice!
Save yourself, Alice! Get out of the house!
Poor dear. After all these years, maybe that old rabbit will bring her around.
Save us, Alice!
Right, well I have a quick second. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Run 2025 hardware. We have no quick seconds. Yeah, so as you can see, this looks a little prettier than its,
Please don't dawdle, Alice. We're very late indeed.
This looks a little bit prettier than its original 2000 release, doesn't it? I've seen some other things as well. Hang on, I think Cheshire's got something to say.
Ninja cat.
but your grin's a comfort.
And you've picked up a bit of an attitude. Still curious and willing to learn, I hope.
Wonderland's become quite strange. How is one to find her way?
As knowing where you're going is preferable to being lost, ask. Rabbit knows a thing or two, and I myself don't need a weather vane to tell which way the wind blows. Let your need guide your behavior. Suppress your instinct to lead. Pursue, Rabbit.
Yeah, so this looks a little prettier than its initial 2000 release, doesn't it? Now, this HD mod pack doesn't work with the re-release that came out alongside Alice Madness Returns, if you were lucky enough to buy that as the dual pack, because apparently that was like a limited time thing, where if you bought Alice Madness Returns, you would get this game as like a digital freebie. Yeah, so this only works with the original 2000 release. The HUD, so once we get later on, once we like pick up our first item, we'll get 2 bars on the screen. On the left side of the screen there'll be a bar for health, and on the right side there will be a bar for magic. However, it's kind of finicky. It doesn't seem to be working, so I guess we're playing this on expert mode, where I just kind of have to trust my senses and like use my Jedi powers.
Our land is destroyed, our spirit crushed.
Reminds me of the asylum. Is there no joy here?
Slavery and happiness do not lie in the same cars.
When the path is problematical, consider a leap of faith. Ride the wind.
I also saw, and so there's 2 more things in terms of modding that I'll comment on. I also saw that this game apparently has like an RTX mod, or like a path tracing mod, and I saw footage of it, and honestly it doesn't really...
Stir up no trouble, stranger. The Red Queen's agents are ruthless.
I'm not afraid of her or her creatures. Never was, really. You should stand up to them.
Defiance is useless. While the Queen reigns, only death can release us from this misery.
Or her death, I suppose.
Meta-essence is the life force of one.
That's what it's called.
That of your enemies is especially potent. Collect what you can. Use it wisely.
Yeah, the ray tracing, path tracing mod that I saw for this game, I mean, it does wonders to the lighting, but in all honesty, I think it actually makes the game look worse. Granted, again, this is a game from 2000. I think it's running like early id Tech or something. But yeah, so this is a very polygonal game, a lot of straight edges, and that mod really highlights just all of the straight edges and flat planes in the game. So personally, I think it makes it look worse. And the other mod thing that I'll comment on is I can't find anything that improves the audio quality. So yeah, the game looks much better, but yeah, the audio is still like 2000s, everyone is recorded on phones audio.
Your knife is necessary, but not sufficient. Always collect what's useful. Reject only your ignorance, and you may survive.
But from what I understand, audio is much more difficult to get higher quality.
Everyone seems completely dejected. Are things really as bad as all that?
The truth will reduce you to a blubbering baby. Are you the savior Rabbit has been telling us about all this time?
I shouldn't think so. I'm a person. And just now, I wish to get very small. About this big.
Calls for serious twisting. You'll need to go sideways, not forward. If I knew how, I'd go sideways myself.
Not twisted, small. I wish to become about this big.
The fortress of doors holds such secrets, but it will take more than a wish to get inside.
Doors have locks. Locks need keys, which you don't have. Let's hope the doors are open.
And if not, there may be more than one way to skin a cat. if you'll pardon the expression.
Most unpleasant metaphor. Please avoid it in future.
I absolutely love this incarnation of the Cheshire Cat. He's so great. Yeah, so we should have a health bar on the left side of the screen. We should have, yeah, not your kid's Alice. In case it wasn't apparent by the old-ass CG intro, not your kid's Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, so we should have a life bar on the left side of the screen, and we should have... Wow, it's so crazy, HD, ladies and gentlemen. We should have like a mana bar on the right side, but yeah, those just aren't showing up.
Find the way.
So we'll just be playing without it.
When they do, some want to.
I haven't seen it yet. There's a lot of delay. There's a lot of delay between your actions. In terms of like your attack speed, your right click, because this is a mouse and keyboard only game, your right click is your alt fire. Each one of the weapons you pick up has an alternate mode. Generally speaking, I think they're all range. I think left click is like melee and right click is range. So like for example, we'll get a croquet mallet in the not so distant future. God, it's crazy. Sorry, I'm just like noticing all the little details, like Buzz Sawmill over here. We'll get a croquet mallet in the not-so-distant future, and like left-click is melee, and then right-click is you line up and just swing the bat and just launch the ball.
Told us a champion would come. Are you that champion?
Perhaps. Can you get me inside the Fortress of Doors?
Oh no, I wouldn't dare. Since the upheaval, we've all become gutless half-wits. I can barely risk crossing the road. But make your way to the mines, the deepest pit. There's one wiser and braver than myself who might help. He still lives free.
Fair enough. Thank you for the advice.
Every adventure requires a first step. Try to put true even here.
Yeah, so also talking about the controls, yeah, so there is a delay when it comes to your attack, and this does change depending on what weapon you have equipped, which again, we only have the Vorpal Blade. Yes, I do own a replica, so we have the Vorpal Blade, we're about to pick up a deck of cards, later on we get like a croquet mallet, and among other things. But yeah, each one has its own like attack speed.
Ropes are as good as step ladders to those who know how to use them.
Each one has its own attack speed, but yeah, like it's very, very slow. Like I'm sitting here waiting for the Vorpal Blade to regen. Yeah, it's very slow, very deliberate. So it does take some getting used to. It does take Bayonetta, Devil May Cry. This is not. There's a delay in your jump as well. This was also a beginner's trap, because the game doesn't really tell you that you can descend and climb ropes. And there's only a couple of instances of this, but yeah, like this is a beginner's trap, because the initial default config to climb ropes, again, I'm on WSAD and mouse, is enter. I have it switched to E. But yeah, it's how do I climb the rope, because the first time you do this, you're probably... The first time you do this, you'll probably like end up down here, and you're like, how the heck do I get up? Like on that one over there, this one in front of me. And it's like, oh god, like how do I get up? Oh, I hit enter to do that. Which again, I have it rebound to E, so it's much, much easier. Yeah, beginner's trap. I lost so much time to that the first time I played this. I was just like, what do I do? Like, what button on the keyboard is it? It's not the obvious ones.
To this deserted place.
To benefit from your wisdom.
Even blurred vision is valued by the blind. If I were clever, would I cower in this slag heap? I'm not wise, girl. I've just grown old.
I wish to get very small. No bigger than a mouse. Do you know how I might do that?
Only that? Oh, yes. I could manage that. For a price.
I have nothing of value.
You have nerve and your health. Mine are nearly gone. I've seen too much suffering, and I smoke too much, you see.
What must I do?
In the Card Guard's compound, a particularly rough diamond holds a key. Retrieve it. I will repay the favor.
It's a skull mounted on a forearm, but yeah, diamond. Yeah, so not that... In case you haven't picked up on it, because it is explained in that opening cutscene, yeah, so this is a not necessarily canonical sequel to Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Saw, but it does take place after the books. It does take place after the books and short stories. Yeah, so Alice... The house burned down. She's the only survivor. She's back in She's now in Rutledge Asylum. And, well, she's retreated back to Wonderland, and due to trauma of losing her whole family, the place is completely warped and distorted. Within the confines of Wonderland itself, the Red Queen has taken back over and made things even worse. On top of her own trauma, with the Red Queen taking back over and screwing things up even further, this place is fucked. I don't know if it is. Well, no, because, like, the Grimm series, Grimm series, already existed previously. But I think this is one of the games or pieces of media that started, or at least popularized, the trend of, like, taking children's stories and fairy tales and giving them a much darker edge and darker slant. A more adult focus. I think the sequel goes much harder. Controversial. I don't like the sequel as much, and I've actually... Oh, hey, bro. Hey, bro. I actually don't like the sequel as much, but also I've never finished it. And I've been meaning to, like, go back to it. I think I might after this. Again... Not your kids' Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, the sequel is very exploration heavy, and that's fantastic because the worlds in it are incredible. It's so imaginative.
52 pickup is a staple of juvenile humor, but when the deck slices and dices, it's no laughing matter.
The worlds in Alice Madness Returns are very imaginative, but they're very open, and I feel like they're a little too spacious. Not open like Sandbox, open like just the environments and rooms that you pass through are very large, with not that much stuff to interact with to fill the space. So yeah, our second weapon, the deck of cards, right-click is a burst fire, but if we had the meter on the right screen, the right side of the screen, which again we don't, you would see that it takes off like a third of mana every time you do the right-click alt-fire with it. The hearts and diamonds, the meta essence, if you will, those fill up both health and mana. Essence. I'm gonna keep calling it mana. Fun fact, however, there is also an HD... Hey, bro. There is an HD mod pack for... actually, there's more than just a mod pack. For Alice Madness Returns on PC, there is a 4K texture pack, and I think there are a couple of upscalers as well. I think there are mods that you can install where all of the cutscenes have been upscaled via AI. Granted, you know, our opinions may vary on how we feel about AI, but I think that's a good use for that. So yeah, again, beginner's roadblock, because the game never tells you that enter on the other side of the keyboard is how you climb. Again, I've got to rebound to E. Secrets this game doesn't really have. However, I think you can get some of the weapons early. I think you can get some of the weapons earlier than intended. Kind of like Doom, oddly enough.
You have the key. Very resourceful. Rabbit's confidence is not misplaced. He is no fool.
I certainly hope he is not.
Use the key to free my clan from the oppressive burden they carry. Any fight against the Queen's tyranny is a good fight. They've suffered...
I'm sure I'm very sorry for them, sir. Really I am. But what about me getting small?
Yeah, much like Doom 2016, I know it's like a wild reference, a wild thing to pull from. But yeah, I think you can get some weapons earlier than intended. I think you can get the croquet mallet earlier. By the way, that bottom left thing, the overkill, so that apparently adds more enemies.
There's a school inside the fortress where you'll find certain items for creating a concoction that will make you small.
What items exactly?
It doesn't make the game harder, per se, but it does add more enemies.
Items, girl. You'll know them when you see them. Speaking of seeing things, we should avoid the card guard's notice. Hang on. Damn it. We've been seen. Eventually, we must break through such walls. But for now, jump!
There's a dark story behind those machine guys, which I don't think we'll see for a while. But yeah, those machine guys have a bit of a dark story to them. Or rather, a dark inception. Which, yeah, we gotta get this from the other side. Yeah, so again, I should have 2 bars on the sides of the screen indicating, you know what is it, F4? Yes. F4 quick save, F1 quick load. Oh, dude's up there, already aggroed. Brilliant. I just came over here to explore. Yeah, so, I don't understand the architecture of this place, but hey, look. It's Wonderland, it's a game from 2000, it just works. It just... incredible. It just works. Yeah, damn. This HD pack is fantastic. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, just kidding, I do need to go this way. Yeah, and then I get through in there. Yeah. It's only been 16 years since I last played this. Bear with me. I'm not going to remember things. This is one of my favorite games of all time, but again, I'm not going to remember it like the back of my hand. I'm not going to remember it like Donkey Kong Country. I do remember that this... Yep. Oh, that's already out. I think there's a heart around the corner, though. There is. He's edge guarding. It's fine. So these will refill, not necessarily all the way, but they will refill both your meta essence and, I don't know, magic. There is also a deliberate delay in your jump. Based on that click that you just heard. So that's me tapping the spacebar, and this is a jump. Yep. Yep. It takes some getting used to. Again, this is an old-ass game. 2000. It's a little clunky, it's a little janky, but not enough to be like, this game sucks. This is trash.